you know that you can do each of the things? You just don't always know how to do all of the things? Is time management and always feeling in a rush one of the things that makes you most crazy in your life right now? If so, stick with me for the second in a 3-part series on how to think about your time and manage your time. If you're new here, I'm Krista Smith, and I'm on a mission to help ambitious women thrive as leaders by sharing what I've learned and am still learning as an executive, a lifelong optimizer, and a beauty school wannabe. Let's get into it. Today, in our second of the 3-part series in how we think about and manage our time, I'm going to be summarizing key points from one of my favorite authors on time management, and that's Laura Vanderkam. She wrote an article called The Busy Trap with 4 key ideas on how to think differently about the commitments we make so that we might be able to get ourselves out of the busy trap. The first of those key ideas is to consider your future self. One of the big mistakes that we make when we're making commitments is that we believe that our future self will be less busy than our today self, or will want to do something in the future that we don't necessarily want to do today. And that thinking drives us to commit to things that we otherwise wouldn't commit to. So, before you commit to anything, think about your future self as the same as today. If you don't have the time or wouldn't make the time to do it tomorrow, then likely you're going to be in the same situation 3 months from now, but you will have a commitment that you wish you hadn't made. For number 2, do the big stuff first. It's harder to find time to fit the big stuff in the same way that you can the little things that you might be able to do in 5 minutes here, 2 minutes here. So I recommend, and Laura Vanderkam recommends, carve out the time and schedule the time to do the big things when you have the most energy and you're likely to have the most focus and the ability to be uninterrupted. This gets into the concept of managing your energy as well as your time. For me, I know that I focus a whole lot better in the morning than I do late in the afternoon or in the evening or especially late at night. I turn into a pumpkin after about 8:30 p.m. Those kids or teens that could do all-nighters in college, I was never one of those, and I still am no good when I get tired after 8:30 or 9 p.m. My brain just won't think. But I know that. And so I plan to do the biggest, hardest activities first thing in the morning, and I block off time specifically to get those hard, big tasks done. The next step, number 3, is to do a calendar triage. And what that looks like is the week before, at the end of the week, you look at your calendar in a very specific way, looking for key items to minimize, shorten, combine, and delegate meetings on your calendar. I've done a whole video on how to do a calendar triage that I will link above. And number 4, challenge our own stories. Many of us get a lot of self-importance from being busy. It makes us feel like we're liked, like we are wanted, like the world won't go on without us. And that's why we choose to be in more meetings and participate in more activities and events than we otherwise might. If we think about whether or not it's something that really adds value in our world, and whether we can really accomplish the thing without attending the meeting, maybe a really short phone call, we'll be able to clear our calendars of more of the fluff and narrow it down to the things that are more important. So with these 4 tips for avoiding the busy trap, I hope that you will be able to create a more manageable calendar and a more enjoyable day and week for you and your loved ones. If this content is helpful, please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe and hit that notify bell so that you'll get notified every Friday morning when I drop new content. And share my content with a friend. Finally, always please let me know what you're interested in and what we can discuss and work on together as we move through our leadership journey. Thanks and have a great day.